Good morning. Welcome to my beta world. I have built a little Viking ship here since last time, which I am quite happy with. There is obviously no upside down stairs or slabs in these versions, so you have to take what it is. But I think the signs add a little bit of detail, which is quite nice. Last time we built these three houses, which I think look very nice. And they're having a Halloween party in there a bit early, but I think it looks quite cute, so I'm gonna keep it like that. Today's plan is quite simple. I have decided that this area I dug out under the ice will probably be left alone for now and done something else with. I had planned for it to become the storage system, right? But I realized that my idea for the world is for it to all be connected through a subterranean transport system, STTS, subterranean transport system. That actually it sounds quite nice. It kind of sounds like an illness, but STTS, yes, it sounds like a STD or something. Anyway, my plan is for the whole world to be connected through the subterranean transport system with bugged rails, right? Because this is the last version we can do that in. And if that's the case, I kind of want the storage system to also be down there for it to be a little bit easier to reach from everywhere. I also had the idea of maybe doing the storage system on rails, because I haven't done that in Minecraft yet. So I'm gonna try out how that would work. Basically put a bunch of chests in minecarts, right, on rails, and then we could have that be our big storage system going from base to base. We might need to have a big storage space as well, but that could be our main one, right, in the minecarts. But right now I am digging down a hole. This is the spawn of the world, 610, and since I will be doing the connections of every place through the underground, I thought that the spawn might as well be there as well. Since we have boat elevators, this is one of the last versions for that as well, right, where you can drive a boat into a waterfall and it just flies up. I thought that that could be the way that you connect the overworld with the subterranean transport system. So that is why I'm digging down, basically. But yeah, I kind of want to test out that storage system with chests on minecart. I might do some tests with that today if I have enough iron. I'm not sure though. I haven't stripped mine yet. The only thing I've done mining wise is the start of the tunnels, basically. There is no reason in beta 1.3_01, which I'm playing, to mine in negative coordinates, right? Right now I have 3 blocks here, 4 blocks, which are negative, and that just means that they are less likely to contain ores. So the subterranean transport system and my whole world basically will probably just be on the positive X and Z. Of course, we can go further inland or whatever you want to call it, right? In either of these, but there will never be anything on negative either X or Z. There is no point to it. So the tunnels I started digging will be kind of the outline for it right now. I don't know how many builds or bases I will do in this world. Depends on how long I will continue playing, right? But right now I'm having fun. The views aren't stacking up, but honestly, when I did the modern Minecraft mod videos, I wasn't really having a lot of fun recording that. I did with the Adventure Time train mod I play, Dungeon Train. But that was just because they had a great, wonderful community, right? A very small one, obviously, but they were very kind and very nice. But that was kind of the only reason why I enjoyed playing that mod, was to we shared our runs together and whatever. But when I tried out other mods. I tried to record videos for other mods and I just can't do it. It's just not fun, right? I don't enjoy modern Minecraft. So even though these videos are not getting a lot of views, I think that I will just continue playing them because it's, I don't know, it's just more fun for me. And I think that kind of will shine through the video. So even though it's fewer people who watch it, I think they will have a better time than those who watch my bigger videos. But I'm not know. And yeah, one thing, I did the world tour, right, of my beta 1.7 world. That was like my first video in 5 years or whatever. And I talked about how I wanted to quit gaming and whatever. Yeah, went very well, right? Anyway, the plan in that video was to maybe play the world one more year. But since I also wanted to quit, I deleted the world. I thought I had backed it up, but I didn't. I was so sad when I realized like a month later, like the world is gone. Gone. And of course, since I realized it's so late, there was no point on trying to reinstate it on the disc either, because I've already overridden it with videos or whatever. But yeah, no, didn't work. But this right here is the start of the STTS. I think I will keep that name just because it's funny. It's not very far, and it lays by design on 1Z, and that's because, like I said, there is no point in doing negative, right, mining in these versions. So that's why. And I'm doing 12, of course, because that's our head level in these versions, and 11 is the best place to mine. But this went down perfectly by the side of the rail. So if this is our spawn and this is the middle of the world, I might want to put just like a tunnel going all the way over there, I guess. Can you spawn on wood? I think you just spawn in mid-air, but we'll see. And this should obviously be the same as this material though. But I don't have stone on me, so let's just do that for now. Because this will be like a metro station, I guess. Since this is also the Viking village, right? So there will be a water elevator up as well as the main storage hub. If I succeed at doing the minecart with chests on rails thing, the plan is that whenever you go onto the rail, right? There will be a big station here in the middle of the world. And whatever button you press on where you want to go, the minecarts will follow you. That's the plan. I don't know how feasible that is, but it sounds very cool. And that way I would also have a transport. That way I would also have a storage system that follows me around. So I would never need to go back to another base to grab stuff, right? And I wouldn't have, like in my beta 1.7 world, where I just had stuff all over the place. That wouldn't be the case. Yeah, I have a lot of mining here to do. Let's see if I find some diamonds. But yeah, if the beta 1.7 world wasn't gone, I would probably make these videos on that instead. Which, I don't know if that necessarily would be better, because there are a million beta 1.7 playthroughs on YouTube, right? It's like the most popular golden age version. I don't know how many are in 1.3. There can't be many. I guess I should maybe put that in the title. Might be a good idea. But yeah, if the world had survived, I would have played that instead. But now we get to experience the whole world from the beginning, if I continue for long. Of course, it's unsustainable. If I were to get like, I don't know, 2 views on my videos, then I wouldn't be able to continue just for my own sake, right? Because that would be disheartening. But as long as there are a few people checking in and having a good time, drinking their cup of coffee or tea or just woken up, I think that's just well enough for me. Yeah, this tunnel will be so big. And this spawn point was a bit further away from the middle than I wanted it to be. But I might put like a rail from spawn to the middle. A rail besides the rail. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And my diamond pickaxe is also about to break. I've dug a lot of stuff with it though, so that isn't all that surprising. It is very, very nice to not have enchantments in this version. I like it a lot. Because that just makes everything take longer, right? Which isn't in and of itself a good thing, but it just makes it so everything you do is way feels just way better. There's a lot of dirt here. Redstone takes so long to mine in these versions. Like, it's incredible. You saw that? Oh my god, bro. Okay, so I've dug to the intersection here, and I just realized that I don't want to put the big base in this side, because that's negative. I want to put my hub in this edge. So I dug it out for no reason, but I guess I got some cobblestone out of it. Oh my god. I guess I could do like a rail track going and then under here, bonk, but it's probably just easier to put spawn a little bit higher and then just over, and there you land at spawn, right? But yeah, is what it is. 61, yeah. So here will be a good place to put the storage system, right? Oh, lapis. There isn't a lot of lapis in this version, so when you see it, you should mine it. But here is where the storage system should be. Maybe I should put up signs so I actually remember. That might be a good idea. But yeah, always positive. I dug that all out for no reason at all, because that's also in the negative, as you can see. This block is positive, but both of these are negative, so there's... I'm just nerfing myself for no reason, but whatever. Let's see. So sign, another sign. So here is where the storage chests, minecart chests. Nice. It will have to do. And then in the edge, of course, will be where the big station is, I guess. But that kind of means that I need to put the chests there as well. So here, why is this so hard? Here will be my ground storage, like where I put chests. Chests, not movable. Right? Where I put just like all my stacks of dirt, all my stacks of cobblestone, everything like that. And then in the middle here, where it will be connected, right? It will be maybe as big as this to this waterfall, and then here would be minecart with chests. So you could easily fill up and take out materials from them. And then to the right of me right now, for the next 30 blocks, is where the actual station is, right? Where you jump into the minecarts, press a button, which direction to go, and you know, that sort of stuff. So this is minecart with chests. Storage moves with you. There we go. That's the plan. And then here will be where you jump on the train, basically, right? I'm just digging this out so I remember. That's the middle of the world. All right, I'm gonna destroy my diamond pickaxe here, and I don't have enough diamonds to replace it. Beautiful. I might actually this, right? So that you jump into the minecart here, then you decide which direction you go instead, and then every station you pass, you can either decide to continue going or stop. But then the minecarts with chests would be... It would also be quite hard to do the bugged booster in a corner. I don't know if that really works. I guess you could put on this side, going either here or here, right? Plonk down this and see what happens. So if I do like this, and this is where you start, basically, and you sit down, right? We could do it a bit raised up even, like this. And then depending on where you go, I guess that works, right? Because it wouldn't lose a lot of speed. It does work. Okay, no problem then. Yeah, it would just it would just need to be two different depots basically for them. So when you're sitting in the middle here, right, and you say let's say we're gonna go this way, we click on that button or button there, whatever. Then this depot would just throw out the minecart and you would zoom out, right? I'm not sure if I want to do it raised up though. That might look a bit weird. Yeah, and then it would come out here, zoom, and it would continue until here about, and then it would turn around and go back into its depot. Very nice. Well, let's do... I don't have enough. Man, I have to smelt iron. And yeah, the only reason why I'm not doing this on the surface is just because it just... I don't really enjoy strip mining anymore. I've done it so much over the years, right? But by putting the tunnel deep underground like this, it kind of forces you to. Because when you want to build a new base or whatever, you dug the tunnel to it, and then you have enough materials to have tools for the whole duration that you're doing that base. So yes, it will take a while to mine and everything, but when you have a video in the background or recording and talking about something, it's not a big issue. It's fine. Right? If they can go under. I think they can, but I don't know. We'll see now. 2 minecarts. Yeah, no problem. Because it's not gonna look the nicest, right? But then we can at least do walls here. Like that. So that's good. Probably... I am going to make this look nicer later, don't worry. But for right now, I'm just testing it out. Probably some glowstone and everything to just signalize that this rail you want to go on, not that one as well. I wonder though how... I just realized that you kind of want it to go... that this one to be below this one at a diagonal angle. But if I can make this one go fast enough, then that shouldn't be a huge problem. It's just it has to go fast enough. I'm not sure I can just push it to be like that. It actually took... Look, it sped off. Yeah, it worked. Great. No problem. Awesome. Yes, I always wanted to play around with bug boosters, right? I did a little bit on the world that I upgraded through every version, but I haven't done like a big world with it, so that's gonna be so cool. But yeah, you're gonna sit in this, you press a button in whichever direction you wanna go. Here, for example, like, and then you away, right? And we're gonna put up signs here that reads wherever you go. Whatever happens in the direction you go. I guess we could put a button here as well, right? It looks a bit strange from this angle. Can you cover this up? Will that cause any... if I do that? That immediately looks a bit more sane. There we go. Okay, it does work. And these aren't an issue. Good. Now we know. But yeah, maybe not these. That would be too cramped. But if we do it like this instead, and we put signs on the direction up here, it could work, right? Might be a bit too small though. You can see on a sign there, whatever it goes to. It's a bit high up, right? Maybe it's one block like... Yeah, that works for me from here. And it's not too cramped. Great. All right. I'm probably not gonna go do the redstone today because I barely have enough iron to sustain myself. But I want to do the outer ring, right? So, or I don't know about ring, but the outer tunnels. So these tunnels will obviously stretch quite far, and then depending on... Yeah. Depending on where you... Oh, it just destroyed all of the rails. Come on, bro. That's... Man, I had 32 rails. Come on. 25, 28, 2. Good. No, but kind of depending on where the projects land. Depending on where the projects land, right? The rail will stop at different spots. Let you go there, basically. But this will be the main station, so I will obviously want to puff this up quite good, but I won't do that now. It belonged to the vein of mine before. But yeah, well, a lot of cobblestone. The question is if I should start placing down some chests over there, just to be able to stay down here for a longer period, right? Maybe, might be. Let's actually do it like this. I'm gonna need to mine this out one day anyway, so might as well put down a tunnel here. I feel like a mole rat or something, just digging around like this. Oh, I'm filled up. Okay, I really want chests. Let's do the tunnels later. I am a bit scatterbrained today, I'm realizing. I might need to go and grab some food very soon. I didn't sleep too well. The dog decided to hunt a fly during the night, like multiple times. And it makes a lot of sound, obviously, so I don't know how many times I woke up from that. The dog doesn't sleep in the bedroom either because I'm allergic to dogs. I would have loved to have her sleep in the bed. She might have been calmer, but it just doesn't work. Like, I can't breathe, basically. I'm suffocating, so she has to go in the room beside us, but whatever. I haven't even tried out if the spawn work. Might be a good idea, right? But here we go, 2 chests, and we're obviously gonna move this later when it's done, but I'm just gonna place it here for now. I'm gonna end up having a lot of cobblestone from doing all of these tunnels, and that's for a reason. I have this idea of a mega build that I don't even know if I will start or finish, because I mostly enjoy building small scale stuff, right? And be over with it, and then do something else and just expand the world that way, not have one enormous build, right? But that also means I've kind of never done a lot of mega builds. I did one for my beta 1.7 world, but I kind of feel like I could press on and do it, so I'm going to try and we'll see how it goes. But the idea of having a mega build, I'm not going to reveal yet, because it will come quite a far distance down in the future, right? So I'm gonna hold on to saying what that is for now. Subterranean transport system. Subterranean bus. Subterranean metro. I don't have a sign and I've barely enough wood to make more pickaxes. I'm gonna try and remember. If I don't, I can just watch this video, I guess. I made some delicious chimichurri yesterday with parsley, garlic, chili peppers, and some spices and oil, right? And all of the 3 ingredients I said in the beginning, parsley, chili, and garlic, were grown by my mother, which is crazy. So it's so good. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. I'm gonna have that on some fried beef, fried like minced meat, and some nuts and a fruit, because I am caveman. And yeah, I know that minced meat is not real, like what you say, old school paleo, because they think that the animal shouldn't have been touched before you eat it. Like, they prefer if you slaughter the animal yourself, almost, it feels like. And ain't no way I'm gonna do that, so it's just I eat minced meat, especially if it's on like close to expiry date, because in Sweden when that happens, it becomes cheaper, right? When it has like 1 or 2 days before expiry, it becomes cheaper. And I always buy it when it's about to expire, meat and chicken and stuff, because I hate the wastefulness, right? That's kind of my one excuse. I kind of grew up as a my first years as a vegetarian, and then when I started school, I was allowed to eat meat, but at home we mostly ate vegetarian still. And my brother is a vegetarian to this day, and my parents are kind of like, they eat some meat sometimes, but not a lot. So my excuse to them for why I eat meat is that I mostly eat the meat that is about to expire. So instead of throwing it away because it already has been killed, slaughtered, I might as well eat it. That's kind of my thing. I still buy some meat on normal, like frozen chicken breasts, for example, is a classic, but not a lot. And more now when I started with the paleo thing, because before I would just buy like tofu or other protein sources like eggs and stuff. But since the paleo diet, I can't eat tofu, for example, so I have to eat meat. And then by buying stuff that's on almost expiry date, I just feel a bit better about myself. I think you can tell, like, the iron, redstone, coal, when you mine in the positive like I am now, it's just way better gains all around. And this persisted until beta 1.6, by the way. So if you play any version before beta 1.6, make sure to mine in positive. Very importante. And we're gonna need a lot of redstone for the transport system with the minecarts and whatever, with chests and all of that. So I haven't even thought about where they are gonna connect to the rail, right? Because they need to also get boosted by... But I do have a faint memory of minecarts basically riding with each other when they are placed into the same block, right? They used to continuously force each other to... Is that still a thing? I'm gonna do my research on that, and if that's still a thing, then it's solved, right? Then I can just lead in, like, here. I can just lead in the minecarts with chests behind you, and then you have a big stack of chests with minecart, right? And if not, I'm gonna need to figure out something. I'm gonna do some research, but not now. Maybe when I eat my food, which is very soon, because I'm getting very hungry, and it's only 11:30. But when you have a partner who goes to work at like 7 o'clock, then there's no point in staying asleep, right? Diamond! No, I'm kidding. I saw it already. Sorry if I spooked you. I'm very sorry. It's supposed to be a relaxing video, and I screamed into your ear. Sorry, man. 2 more pickaxes. Great. There is also no stats in this version. This is right before, but I would have loved to know how much stone I dig, right? Because that's what, like, one of the fun things when you have a world for a long time. The statistics, they are ridiculous. Of course, I can see my playtime in Prism Launcher, but not the specific things. I looked into what mods there are for this version, and there seems to be quite a lot from back in the day. This is kind of when modding really started popping off, right? But today's modding community, when you talk about retro modding, right? Beta 1.7 has quite a lot of new mods, which is weird to think about. But when you look at the new mods for this version, there's like one. It's called Better Than Beds, and that's because beds were introduced in this version, right? And he basically just tries to find ways to make I guess it's like a more enjoyable for him. When I looked into it, it's added like amethysts and a bunch of stuff. It just feels like love letter to the game, I guess. Like Better Than Wolves, for example. Which came in the version after this, by the way, in the original release. Beta 1.4 added the wolves and cookies, if I don't remember incorrectly. I talked about that in my updating through every version video, but when 1.4 released, people was a bit annoyed because it took so long for it to come out, and the only thing it added was wolves and cookies. And they weren't prepared for 2014 or 2015. I think it was 2015. The year when Minecraft didn't update at all. No updates. Zero. Zilch. I think it was 2015. And then the first update that comes is 1.9. Like, isn't that... I can't even. I biked to my grandfather yesterday. Grandfather and grandpa, I put into one word. Did you hear that? He lives like 40 kilometers from where I live, and I biked to him. It took 2 hours, and it was beautiful weather when I was there, right? And on the way there as well. It's starting to get a bit chilly, but it's still you can have a t-shirt on, and when you're in the sun it's hot, and when you're in the shadow it's on the border of being comfortable, kind of like that. But when we went out to they have like a small little bathing dock, I guess, like bathing bridge. What do you call it? Dock? No, not dock. Bathing platform? I don't know. Like in the sea. We went out there, walked. It's quite a far walk, and he's getting old. He's like 89 now, so of course it takes him a while to walk, right? But when we reached out there, we as soon as we got out there, it started to rain, and it didn't seem like much at first. So I jumped in and took the bath. Very cold, 18 degrees Celsius in the water. But it just started raining more and more, so we went inland again. And when we just got back to his house, the rain stopped. Of course it did. And then it didn't rain anymore until I biked home, because for some reason, as soon as I started biking, it started to just calm down. Biggest amounts of rain. I was so wet when I came home. It was crazy. And yeah, cold as well, obviously. I took the warmest shower, and I feel it today that I'm a little bit, you know, which isn't weird, obviously. I'm just checking out this whole cave before I start mining in it. But this is negative, so there's no point going that way. I might as well grab these resources. Why not? I mean, you can never have enough coal, and if I'm gonna smelt a bunch of cobblestone, we're gonna need a lot of coal. So. When was charcoal added, by the way? Because if that's this version, if it's in this version, that's a way better way of getting fuel, obviously. Or not really. It takes the same amount of time as it takes the same amount of time grabbing a log with an iron axe as it does with a diamond pickaxe, right? Getting coal with a diamond pickaxe takes the same amount of time as grabbing a log with an iron axe. There we go. And then you also have to smelt it, so I don't actually know if that is better. But it's an alternative, I guess, especially if I don't want to mine. But redstone we need to mine, and it takes forever. And iron we need a lot of for the rails. A lot. In my beta mod pack, you can also use gunpowder as fuel, which is another like passive renewable source, right? If you have like a mob farm. And the more I thought about it, the less I liked it. Because that means you will never need to grab fuel, basically, if you just build a mob farm. Which feels very much like modern Minecraft. I'm very torn on how to handle that. I might just remove it. There are a lot of small changes in the mod pack which make the game quote-unquote easier, right? Or more convenient. And I made that video where I played modern Minecraft again. The conclusion took so long to write, by the way, like 2 months, because I wanted to be concise and also like make sense, because if you talk about it out of just a feelings perspective, it's just gonna boil down to nostalgia. But when you have like actual points on what is the issues, then it's probably gonna be better well received by other people as well. But the one thing I said in that video, it was that convenience isn't always better. And I think that's true for my mod pack right now. It's almost a bit too convenient, some of the stuff, and I really need to check over it. Of course, I'm not gonna put up more videos where I play it. If that's not, they all of a sudden are gonna pop off, then I guess I will. But they did so poorly that I just don't feel like it's worth it. And the retention is super low. Like people get intrigued by the thumbnail, right? Because it's like, oh, modded beta, what the fuck is that? And then they watch for a little bit and they're like, no, this is not it. And while it's good to get clicks, it's even better to have like viewer retention, right? So no, I'm not gonna do more videos of that if they all of a sudden find the right, what do you call it, audience for it. That's kind of what's a bit annoying with YouTube system as a content creator, is that they basically just try to find the correct audience, right? You are watching this right now, you might have been a subscriber from earlier, or they recommended the video to you, and they did that because they are testing the waters in the beginning, right? And like, who is actually interested in this material? And when they test the waters, they send it to the I mean, you can watch the statistics. They send it to the absolute most ludicrous places, to people who would never ever be interested in watching this. And then if you are, I guess, unlucky, YouTube almost only sends it to those type of people, which just ends up with your video having like 20 views and no retention rate, because YouTube has sent it to the wrong people. So I'm not sure how to do that. I tried with the trailer video I did of the Modpack, for example. I posted it on Reddit, and it went very well, right? Very well received. People thought it was cool that I done so much with beta 1.7. But when I tried to do the same with the modern video, sorry, the wrong people watched it, and which has led to you to being confused and thinking that those were the type of people that were interested in it, recommended it to more people with the same type of videos they like, and they wouldn't click because they aren't really interested. I don't know. It's a big. I understand from YouTube's perspective as well that it's quite hard to do this, right? And they obviously have AI working for them now that tries to make it better, but I still think it can be a lot better than what it is now. They just changed as well so that whenever you click on a video, it receives a view. You don't have to watch any of it. I think that's just gonna lead to botting problems, maybe, to like bloat up numbers. They already had it like that on shorts, but not on full-length, long-form videos for a reason, right? But they're gonna try this now, and we'll see how it goes. I am at some point gonna decorate these tunnels, but not today. And I think it's quite cool, like if I glass in the caves, maybe. I played World of Warcraft quite a lot, classic, back when it was popping off, and they have on the Alliance side, which I only played for a little bit, they have something called the Deep Run Tram that went between the Horde and between the gnomes and the humans, right? And I thought it was very cool, extremely cool that it went underwater, and you had a window that basically looked out, and there was animals swimming around and everything. One section of this is probably gonna be inspired by that, but I mean, yeah, we're talking quite in the future now because all of this will take quite a long time. There we go. Quite a good yield, right? But I'm gonna go eat now, and then I'll return. We're back. I had some food. As a minced meat, chimichurri. I what's it called? Fried up 2 eggs, and then I put the tomato slices on top of that. Delicious. I don't. Whatever diet you have, make sure you eat good, bro. It's such a good dopamine hit. Holy crap. And it's truly worth to spend just like 2 more minutes in the kitchen per meal, or 5 or whatever. Don't go overboard. You don't need to do a lot, but just that little extra, it makes it so good, bro. I am going to cave myself here, and we'll see where I end up, because I have a sneaking suspicion that I actually won't spawn down there, but we will see. I should have maybe put my stuff down there, but whatever. Let's find out. It's nice to see the outside, though. I tunneled for like 1.5 hours. I don't know how long the video will be, though, but probably not that long. I mean, I don't talk all the time, and I have to cut out a lot of stuff, so let's see. It's a nice hole. Should I just jump down here? Yeah, let's do that. Whee! Let's see. Yeah, that just put me here. I was afraid that would happen. I don't actually know how I want to do this then. I guess I could put some water in the bottom here so that you can easily just jump down. Because I'm guessing if I dig this hole, it's just gonna be the same thing. Yeah, now it just puts me here. I have to look into the code and find out what people are saying, but I'm guessing I need to build like an overground thing here, maybe a nice platform here or something, and then when on the bottom here we will put some water, I guess. No, it's not here anymore. It just moved me there. So I guess it just finds me a new spawn point as soon as the other one is invalid. Yeah, look. It completely changed it. Alright. So this is the spawn now, and it moves around. So if I dig this guy, I think water should be enough for it to not work. No, that's not the case. Interesting. So that still works. I guess I could do a sneaky thing where I just do moving water into the hole. But then it would just die over and over again. I need to think about that for a moment. I guess for now, let's put some water at the bottom so that you can just jump down. I think that's gonna be the way to handle this right now. And obviously in this version, you need to have water 2 blocks deep, because 1 block deep is too shallow. You will just end up dead. And should we put this on? Why not? Plonk. And I can bring a little bit warm water. Sorry, wood. It's 1 inventory slot either way, so. And this will be faster than running down my staircase, sadly. Man, I was kind of hoping for the spawn to be here. Maybe you can bug it out some way. If you know a way to do this, let me know. I would love you. I would be forever grateful if you knew a good way to do this. But for now, let's just do this. And then you have 4 blocks to aim for. I guess that works too. Alright, let's continue mining, I guess, for a little bit. Mine got it to be chess. Oh, I actually got quite deep that way now. Look, yeah. It's actually starting to become something. Very nice. Should we continue this one then, maybe? Actually. Why not? Both has to expand either way, so it doesn't really matter that much. There's a cave at this side as well. I don't remember that, but I haven't mined this for a couple of days, so. I think from the biking trip I did yesterday in the rain, I'm actually starting to feel ill again, which is perfect. I just recovered and became good again. It took like 2 days, so it wasn't a big thing, but yeah, perfect. I'm thinking of starting to stream as well. I think I might do that tomorrow, actually. It might be the case. I always thought of it like that I would maybe make for a better streamer than a video, you know? But I'm not sure. I'm gonna try it out and see what I think. I did stream during COVID a little bit. There might be traces of it left online, but I didn't play Minecraft then. I played some other games. And I remember as being quite a good time. I'm not bothering to look that way because it's negative. And here's a cave I've been in, apparently. I don't know how far I want to go with this, because I have no idea what the terrain even looks like. I know the snow ends after like 400 blocks, so that's the least I would do. But probably there won't be a lot of projects on exactly 0Z, right? So I might have to some lapis and gold. I need to grab that. More lapis. God damn. And redstone. And here we have more lava. Because I probably won't do another snow build. I think the Viking village will have to be it for a little while at least. But like I always say stuff like that, and then I come up with the coolest idea. And I just end up going against what I've said anyway. So we'll see. A bit of an ASMR sound of waterfalls. I love it. When I met my grandpa yesterday, I couldn't shake the feeling that when you get old, like really old, obviously, not an adult, but when you get old, I don't think you want to be left the last one left, like he is. Every single friend, every single sibling is gone now. There's only his kids and their kids, you know. But all of the people that he hung out with from a day-to-day basis, friends and so on, are gone. And the last one died here like 2 weeks ago, I think. And like, I'm not saying you wanna pass first either, but maybe not last. Somewhere in the middle, right? Where you can... Yeah, I think that's the best way out. Because to be left last like that... And like, he's not afraid of death or anything, but... when you talk with him, it's hard for him to also shake that the death is creeping close, you know, that life is not the same, and it's maybe time to pass soon, right? And I mean, he's 89, so of course it might be, but some people have lived until they're 112 or something, which is just crazy. In that case, he has 20 years left, which is a long time. But I think that requires a bit more of friends or family to be left in case that were to happen, right? Like, you need to surround yourself with people and have stuff to do, otherwise that just doesn't happen. I feel like I'm not gonna bother looking down there. I'm gonna run into diamonds anyway. More iron, very good. Gonna need a lot of this stuff. Gold is completely useless, by the way. There is no bows to rails yet, right? So only for decoration. I'm thinking of maybe making a man-made jungle and do like an Aztecian ziggurat or something like that. And if I do that, I'm gonna need a lot of gold, so I might as well pick it up. Why isn't a liminal meme dying, by the way? Holy shit, it feels like it's been going on forever. Beta Minecraft is so liminal. I just keep seeing photos or videos about it, and it's been going on for like 2 years. Is Minecraft, is beta and alpha content dead? Are people losing what to do in it? Like, it almost feels like it. And I'm got myself lost here. It's 0, so this way. Here we are. There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna put up some glass here, right? It's gonna be very cool. Like, you pass through with glass on the sides, and then if I turn on mobs, right, you can maybe spot some creepers or skeleton wandering around in here. Probably not though, because I've lit it up with torches, but you know, I think it's gonna be cool. That might be the thumbnail, folks and gentlemen. We will have to see. Oh, even more caves. God damn, but no more diamonds. I said that in the video where I played modern Minecraft again, right? I said that you when you go strip mining in these versions, if you do a diamond pick, it's not often that you actually find diamonds to replace it with. Not sure if that is true. I think that depends kind of the version, because if you're going this far back with the positive buffs to ore spawn, then you probably are gonna find a replacement before it breaks. But if you are in beta 1.7.3, that's not always the case. So it just ends up making a lot of iron tools to use, right? Especially if you're digging like this, though, but that's just a handicap, right? So, oh, I've been digging not high enough for a long time. I obviously could do a 2-block tall, but that will just feel a lot more cramp when you're riding, and I kind of want this to actually be, I wouldn't say enjoyable, because you're still traveling and it will take some time, but I want it to be at least a decent ride, right? Crazy. Oh, it's the same one that I was in before. Okay, that makes sense. In the mod pack, I had a mod called Greg Cave from Farn that makes all the cave generation more similar to modern Minecraft. And I know a lot of people like these old cave generation things where you can actually clear caves. That's usually the main reason why they like them. But I really enjoy the new caves. That's like one of the only things I like about new Minecraft. Which I think they have done well with, right? And also that it's deeper is I'm not sure about. But the fact that it's the caves are generating with Perlin and all that in a different way, I think is very cool. And I think it fits the game nicely, and it doesn't make caving tiring. Although when you are playing the new versions, you aren't gonna be caving all that much anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But in these versions, I think those caves are wonderful. I keep having to realign myself because I'm not sure if I'm mining correctly. Oh, hello. I almost missed you. 2. Only 2. I thought so. 3 diamond. Very good. I also tried to make my own mod for this version, which increased the render distance. But it was so laggy. Like when I did longer render distances in beta 1.7.3 using Optifine and all that, it worked so much better. And I obviously could decompile and check the code in those, but I think they have done something with them that makes it run better. Because when you just straight up increase the render distance of the different setting, it doesn't work well. It's so laggy. I guess I could. It's such an uncomfortable spot. Let's grab a few at least. Maybe not all of it. Plonk. And this gravel as well. I love me some gravel. Plonk. Quite a deep lava like this, apparently. If I'm gonna build that Aztecian castle, I'm gonna thank myself. Eyrenbru. That's a Scottish drink. What is it called? Coke, like sparkling, you know, sparkling sugar. Why can't I remember the name? What the fuck? I think it's called Coke in some parts of US, but it's not the term for it. Like soda. Soda! Of course. Soda! I think that's my favorite clip of Joe Biden ever. I haven't seen him in the public for a very long time, by the way. I think his dementia is kicked in too strong. Doesn't want to make a fool out of his family. Soda! Alright, it's time to do something different. I'm going a little bit insane here, and I think we have enough yield in order to do something big. So, how does it sound that we maybe start planning our next big project? I got a lot of cobble now. I'm not gonna tell you what, but we're gonna go search for a cool spot. Nice, that actually rhymed. I'm happy with that. Oh, I missed some redstone here. How did I do that? I looked at a video by Ethos Lab now, by the way. I haven't watched a video by him for at least 10 years. I don't watch a lot of creators. But, god damn, he's changed a lot. Like his voice and the way he speaks and the way he holds himself, like, I was thoroughly impressed. Very cool. Because I remember back in the day, like in the beta and everything, he was so quiet. You could basically hear his saliva going around in his mouth when he spoke, right? And he was building these wonderful machines. But nah, it was crazy. I remember there was a big theory around who he actually was. I think I dug into that at one point, but I can't remember. I think he was like a gardener or something. People had figured out, and in the pictures they found of him, I was never sure it was the case or the truth, right? As you can't really be, but like I wouldn't be surprised if the guy was a gardener, especially if you look at how the videos looked and sounded back in the day. Like it just feels like, yeah, of course he is, you know. Let's bring one stack of coal up, one stack of iron is good. We're gonna need this for the rails, as I said, so the diamonds can stay, why not? And I have stone up there, so that's not in a hurry. Let's head up, let's start planning out our next project. I want to finish this at some point as well, of course, but I'm just not sure what to do with it. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Who knows, you might have exactly what I want. I actually had 2 diamonds here, okay. Now we know. Let's bring some wood, let's bring some cobblestone, and I'm gonna head off on a little adventure. I've said that like 20 times now, I can say it once again. I'm gonna grab this little stuff here, and then I'm gonna head off on a little bit of an adventure. A little bit. Crafting table. Glass. I can bring this as well. Because I'm gonna do an outpost on the road, most likely, if I know myself correctly. I wanted to install a mod that completely removes coordinates as well. But for the video's sake, and the time that I actually have that I can spend on recording, I think it wouldn't be very good if I got lost. So I decided against that. But I feel like up to this day, this might be a controversial opinion, but I feel to this day that it would be nicer if there wasn't coordinates. I think the game would be better, in all honesty. But yeah, let's head into the positive X here and see what I've already gone in this direction, but not very far. I'm really happy how this turned out, by the way. That wool isn't supposed to be there. And the Viking boat really fits it. And then when I remove this, I'm gonna build like another part of the Viking village there, and then at some point probably connect them up. But I like to have many things going at the same time. That makes you never really bored with it. So I'm gonna do that. I think it would be very likely for them to have like a little bit of an outpost on these islands here, or a lighthouse or something similar. So I'm gonna build something small on this hill here to have an outlook. Bonk. Only the boat and the little fishing hut remains. Bonk. Only the boat. Bam! I think that looks very cool. Brr. Yeah, there is already not snow there. Very quickly. But I think here, let's build a little bit of an outhouse. Outpost. Outhouse. Yeah, let's do an outhouse. Quite far from the houses. Imagine you have to pee in the middle of the night and you have to run all the way over here. And during the summers, you would have to swim. Yeah, no, that's not great. I like to build these little huts and villages and stuff on the... like spread out a bit, because that creates kind of story, you know. This is a little bit of a... I said little bit, a lot, bro. Holy shit. This is a little bit of an outpost for the Vikings, right? It's not necessarily lived in all the time, but it's... if the village were to be raided or whatever, when you are approaching it, some guy can be having an outpost here and check for if someone is joining. So I think it would make sense to build the roofs very similar. God damn, these cows are loud. Let's do it small. Roof, I think, suitable for this. Might look a little funny, but whatever. And yeah, this is one of the major reasons why I play in 1.3 and not 1.2 is the wooden slabs. Because in the middle here, I would either have to make it a even house, or I would need to put like solid blocks here, and it doesn't look very nice. I really use a lot of slabs. I've come to realize a lot more than you think. It's like one of the only ways to get details in this version, right? So there we go. I used a small little house. Looks a bit funny with these. Yeah, that looks funny. I might want to extend it out just because then under here we can put something. I think that's cool. Plonk, plonk, plonk. And window here as well. Why not? So on this side it's probably gonna be nothing. Yeah, just a small little house. Why not? We can do a little bit of a path to the door as well from a little bit of maybe a dock that I could put down there. Like not a big one, but just a small little wooden plank thing going out there. That could be cool. It's quite steep here actually. And I didn't bring any gravel, so it's gonna be solid stone, I guess. That's fine. And we need slabs here as well. Can leave a flower in here. Easter egg. I don't think I will ever open this door again, but who knows? It doesn't make sense that it curves that way actually. It would more be like this. Yeah, like this. It will look really cool on the side. Because not a lot of movement here, right? So it makes sense that it wouldn't be very methodical or easy to get up. I need more slabs. Cooking. I love the old door sound, bro. It's so nostalgic. I'm not saying it's better than the newer one, but it's very nostalgic. Oh, it's... yeah, it's gonna be very up and down here, but that's by design, because there's not a lot of people living here. Alright, this is gonna be in the ice, I guess. This. And we're gonna have to change out some dirt here. That looks decent. Like, you don't want it to be too smooth either, because then it just doesn't look natural. It's a very fine balance on building. Yeah, I'm not gonna put a boat here, by the way. It's gonna be just a little bridge that's frozen over. Like that. Maybe one more step inland. And I'm thinking maybe to put slabs. Just to give it more texture. How would that feel? I think that will look better. Okay, let's make some slabs. I'm also gonna finish up here. I said that I was going to put a little bit of a... Dude, I say it so much. My limited English vocabulary really shows its side sometimes when I talk about a little bit. Yeah, I use some fences here. Just to make it feel like there's a garden or something that at one point that is not used because it's winter. There we go. And then I needed some slabs. I said this in the last video, but when you use both left and right click when crafting, it goes so much quicker. Really recommend book. There we go. Yeah, like everything looks good in this version. Like there's no point in me dilly-dallying here. We're gonna get a move on, but this is gonna look very cool when it's gotten snow and grass back. But I think slabs was a good choice. Makes it feel a little bit more. I gotta stop saying that, bro. I keep doing it. If I had more time to edit this, which I don't, I would have put in a counter. But at this point, it's gonna be, I don't know how much. Just a little bit of a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks cool. I'm happy with that. Yeah, just a little outhouse. Not outpost. I keep saying the wrong thing. Why not? Nothing big, just giving some lore to the world or whatever, right? It's gonna be weird to be in non-snow now. It's just slowly fading into it. Yeah, it's not a big area. I can see the ice there again. It's just like a little... I think it gives a nice feeling. I like these three as well. Small little island spikes, you know? Feel very fantasy. Very fantasy. And this is beaches, by the way. They're bugged in this version, as well as beta 1.7. They didn't fix it up until beta 1.8, but it gives these very weird checkered pattern things. And yeah. 600 blocks away and snow starts again, I guess. Over there seems to be warm though. So I might head off. Oh, maybe. Not a very cool spot. It's surrounded by snow still, I think. I thought that was something completely different at first because it was shadowed by the tree, but it's just red flowers. I remember when Pocket Edition had blue flowers. So weird. Wasn't it funny how this was... When Minecraft was added for other consoles and stuff, it truly felt like they were different versions, you know, of each other. And this version was standalone and a lot of differences. There was the stone cutter and the red nether reactor core and all of that. And it just felt like they were making, you know, a separate game, but still Minecraft. And now every single version has to be the exact same. I think that's a bit better, maybe? There's a lot of pros and cons with it. I guess they could have... I get that they don't have the unlimited manpower, but it's one of the most popular games ever. But they could have done that Java edition was something different completely, and then the other editions were synced. Because it was like that for a while as well. But then Java edition just feels like they're trying to achieve the same thing. I don't know. Now I'm almost at a corner from spawn, bro. The snow just doesn't end. What seed have I picked in this? That looks like a normal terrain that's just blended in with a bit of snow, though. So let's head there. Yeah, now I'm just straight in the corner from spawn. But this could actually be a cool spot to build in. It's not what I was thinking of doing, but to have like a hold off from the winter or something, a stronghold type thing. That could be cool. And this is the best little gate up until the lake here. It's too bad it's snow there again. Because if this was clear, only forests, that would have been the best storytelling piece. I'm just marking this out. I'm not gonna do this today, but I'm just marking out so that we can remember that I want to connect up these two at some point, just for the storytelling. I did quite a lot of terraforming in my beta world for that exact reason, right? Because when you sculpt the world after exactly what you want, that's also actually a balance, because you want it to be whatever you want, but not to a degree where it feels human-made. So the two connecting rivers here, for example, is a human-made thing, but it's surrounded by nature, which isn't gonna be touched, probably, maybe at some point. But that just makes it feel way more natural than if I were to plonk down a big-ass parking lot here or something. I think you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna leave this as it is for now. Let's check out that. That might be awesome. Because up here, I'm probably gonna build something, though, at some point. Like a stronghold. A little holdout from the winter, right? And then, yeah, build like a couple of towers and a little small village on top of here. I think that would be very cool. It's a lot bigger than I thought though. And it's way more stable going down this direction than it was here. So maybe just build one little tower on this edge here, right? Overlooking the winter. That would also be nice. But it is still winter here. God damn. Such a cold world. I shouldn't have brought all my tools. I just remembered because I guess I could dig myself back, but that would take forever. It's still winter there. Oh my god. Alright, I think I might have to use the nether to skip a little bit forward. Or do this another time because I'm running out of time to record in. I guess I could use a map program as well to spot the perfect places, but I never really liked doing that. But just for the video's sake, because this is not very interesting. I'm sorry, this is very interesting. I watched a creator, and when I was very young, of course. And when he said that it wasn't interesting or wasn't fun, then the whole audience felt it and thought that it wasn't fun, right? But if he just wouldn't have said that, then everyone would have thought that it was good and was fun. So that's like the number one mistake, apparently. But like, I am enjoying exploring. I am truly like watching the beta terrain. To me is so good, bro. But I just thought for this video's sake, like I have done two things that aren't in the modern day considered great content. However, on the other hand, I feel like this is what it truly is to play, and I kind of want to show it off, you know? So I don't know. I'm a bit torn on this matter. But yeah, this is just winter plains again. Okay, let's just head back, I guess. Yeah, I might actually use a mapping program just for this YouTube series. That might be a good idea, actually, because that just makes it easier to I don't even have inventory spaces for pumpkins. Let's do that. That just makes it easier, right? Just speeds up the process a little bit. It doesn't really do much else, but I still like exploration though. So. I think this is very cute, by the way. This, very nice. I love waterfalls, bro. Holy shit. Both in real life and in Minecraft. It's so good. Oh, look at that. Is it a little Viking village? Oh, yes, it is. Okay, as our last little thing here, I wanted to show off the world together. This is the spawn, right? And these dark... what is it called? Green things are tundra. So that's where the forest is, right? And here is the little... here is the this actual spawn point, right? Not 0, and here is where I built the Viking village. So this is our world. Yes. And on this direction, on minus, as you can see, the winter actually ends after a little bit. But here is where we were now. So I went into the forest areas and then I walked around like this and I never saw the end of it. But if I were to walk 1,300 blocks, then we get to forest. That's quite far, 1,600 I guess, until I can start looking for actual project sites. And on the other direction is even worse. If I don't want to do it here, this might actually be a cool spot to do stuff in, right? It's 1,400 blocks away. If I want a completely non-winter in this direction, oh, look at that, 2,600. Jesus Christ. Why did I pick this seed, bro? Like, I don't want to go in the negatives, but minus 1,800. I might have to do that and just don't mine there, but then the tunnel underground is completely non-necessary. Oh, I don't actually know what to do. I need to think on this, but thank you for watching, and I will be up with a new video soon. Goodbye.